Be very, very quiet. We're hunting drones. Hi, everybody. Anthony Navarro, Colorado Shooting Sports. If you've not been under a rock the last couple weeks, you know that we have a drone issue. These swarming drones that people are saying are half the size of a VW Bug are out there flying around. And I think that we have some awesome solutions here at Colorado Shooting Sports for your drone infestation problems. So we're going to start with this little bad boy right here. This is called a TAC-14. And this is a little sawed-off 14-inch shotgun with a red dot. We've outfitted it with a bunch of awesome stuff. And the cool thing about that gun is it's the exact same length barrel as this sawed-off shotgun that takes 1.5 years of paperwork to get. But this one you can walk out of here the shop in 5 minutes, so that's awesome. So red dot equipped as well. It's got a side saddle, butt cuff, all sorts of cool stuff. And we have a shotgun class coming up on March 28th. And one of the cool specials we're doing with that class is you can get this shotgun, the class, and a steel target all included for roughly what it would cost to get just a base model 590A1. So that's an awesome deal. Or you can just buy this at half off what a Mossberg 590A1 would be. These are like $399, and they're awesome police trade-ins that we've completely refurbished, gone through the whole thing. And awesome gun for self-defense, home defense. Awesome gun. So I can't wait to be running these through our class coming up on March 26th. This one right here is a current Marine Corps issue shotgun for smoking bad guys. This one's equipped with a 1000 lumen X300 light. It's got a detachable side saddle and a ghost ring. One of my favorites. This gun and this gun are exactly the same, except one of them sawed off. So I like it. So one of the specials we're doing with these right now is for the next 3 that we sell of our police trade-ins, we're actually giving away a box of mini slugs. These little guys right here. We're giving away the birdshot version. You see the birdshot there. But we also sell the slug and buckshot version as well. Those are awesome. These things are so cute, like little baby Yoda shotgun shells. So it turns this gun into almost an 18-shot gun. Freaking awesome. So we're going to be moving into the classroom into Drone Hunting 101, and we will see you in a little bit. Anthony Navarro, Colorado Shooting Sports. We'll be right back. Hi everybody, Anthony Navarro, Colorado Shooting Sports. We are back talking about Drone Hunting 101. So number one thing we have to talk about is weapon selection. So a pistol, not going to do it. A rifle, not going to do it. It's just the bullet's too small. It's dark, all that kind of stuff. We want something that has a wider spread. So ideally, a shotgun is going to be the weapon of choice. So awesome for that. A couple other things to think about is that because of what it shoots, and that we're going to be discussing that in a minute, it's also going to be your safest option as well. So next up, we need to talk about load selection. So we do not want to use birdshot because these drones are made out of carbon fiber and fiberglass and really tough stuff, so we want to avoid that as well. And now a slug, if we use a slug, again, it's dark, it's a big mass of metal, a lower chance probability of hit. So what I am going to be recommending is number 4, buckshot or double-aught buck. Now, you got a lot less pellets, but you smack it a couple times, and obviously we're going to be talking about some other things, but those are what I'm going to be recommending for taking down some drones. Target selection, let's talk about that. You don't want to be shooting the little tiny quadcopters that are about the size of a cell phone, or about that big. That's not the kind that we're having problems with, people. We have people describing drones that literally are about the size of a VW Bug. I know it's dark. People are exaggerating. I mean, UFOs, all that kind of stuff. People see weird stuff, but we're talking about the bigger drones. That's going to be what we're looking at. People are describing as the size of a little Mini Cooper, all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're looking at, is these bigger drones, and they also tend to be flying in grid formation. Swarming is the term that is used. So we're going to be looking for those characteristics, the size of the drone and their behavior. How are they acting? So a couple of things we want to talk about now is some of the tactics. Some of the tactics. Drones are moving pretty slow, so you don't really need to lead them that much. You know, it's not like it's flying really fast, so lead them just a little bit in front, and when you start pegging that thing and it's slowing down, then feel free to hammer into that sucker. Number two, multiple shots. Like I said, carbon fiber is really, really tough, so we want to crack that shell, smash up some of the electronics, maybe disengage the battery, or some of the communication gear, because the thing has to communicate with a ground unit as well. Keep in mind, these drones, in order for them to swarm, they are communicating with each other. So if you take one out, maybe you're gonna have to kind of keep going with the other ones too. So keep on blasting, people, keep on blasting. Another thing, as I showed you earlier with that shotgun, with that 1000 lumen X300 light, it's going to be able to allow you to identify the target, and if they're using surveillance cameras and they're looking down at you, you're going to blind that puppy. So you might want to get a tac weapon light mounted on your gun, or use night vision. You can see those puppies rolling in. Sometimes they have little infrared lights on them, and they'll actually be able to pick that up. So something to think about there as well. Not a bad idea to have multiple people on the ground that are engaging these drones, because as they're moving through that kill zone, you damage it a little bit, the next guy damages a little bit, and then somebody gets it and brings the whole thing down. So something to think about there as well. Another thing is, I'm sure there's people freaking out, oh my God, you're shooting in the air. Here's the thing, everybody. What we're going to do is we're going to wait until that drone is right as close as you can get to right above you, and then you're going to fire, okay? So when you do that, and then your bird shot or buckshot or whatever you're shooting comes down, it is not coming down with a velocity enough to hurt anybody. What actually happens is that when people shoot at any kind of angle, the chances of something bad happening go up. So make sure that drone's right above you before you smack it in the face with your buckshot, and you'll have zero chance of collateral damage. By the way, that even refers to pistol rounds and rifle rounds. When you shoot them straight up, there's no chance that they can hurt you. They even did a Mythbuster show on this, so if you want to research that, feel free to do that, because we want to make sure we're giving you good information. The last thing you're going to want to do, give me 1 second. The last thing you're going to want to do when you take down your prize game is you're going to want to bring it into the shop, and we'll prop it up, and you'll hold up its head like a hunter, and you'll be able to, have your arm around that drone, and we'll get some awesome shots of you and your big game. Or we'll send you off to have it stuffed by Two Rivers Bird Taxidermy. This is my favorite taxidermy place in the entire world. I'm going to prop it up there. You can get that information. This is actually my daughter's taxidermy business, and she's located in Grand Junction, but she gets birds in from literally all over the world, and maybe she can even stuff your drone. We'll gut it of all of its gooey internal electronics, and then stuff it full of fiberglass or something, rebuild that shell and mount it on a little peg and make it look like it's still in attack mode. So think about that as well. So this is where I like to say, for all the people out there that are too stupid to understand that this is a joke, I'm actually spelling it out for you, okay? This is a joke. Stop freaking out. But feel free to share it. But it is a joke, but I also want to kind of get into some of the seriousness of it. From what I understand, it's illegal to be doing what they're doing, but it's also illegal to shoot the drone. Here's the thing though, if it's an illegally operated drone and you shoot it and you just take it, would the feds really know? Probably not. But if the feds are operating those and running those illegally, which, let's face it, look at all the illegal stuff our government is doing right now, then not only did they do something illegal, but then you'll get arrested for bringing it down. Just something to think about. But understand that, some people are getting concerned about this, and this is just a big joke. We're just promoting our tactical shotgun class and some shotguns that we're selling. And had an opportunity to promote the gal who cuts my hair and the daughter that does taxidermy. So keep in mind that when the feds also plant an illegal tracking device in your car, it also has a little metal tab on it that says if you destroy it or don't give it back to them that you'll face further charges. I think that's kind of crazy, don't you? But anyways, as an American, as a free person, you should actually be concerned about the drone issue. But this is just a joke. If you'd like to come and check out the shotguns that we're offering for the TAC shotgun class and the awesome deals we're doing on some police trade-in shotguns, come check them out, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Anthony Navarro, Colorado Shooting Sports. We're located at 2435 8th Avenue in Greeley. Give us a call at 970-395-0664. And if you're a liberal and you're really pissed off, please make some negative comment because it actually helps our analytics and we get more people buying stuff. So thank you very much. Have a great day.